Hey guys, I'm RozaldVaneGAME, and welcome back to another episode of Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward, or Virtue's Last Reward, or VLR, or Zero Escape VLR. Too many different titles to fit the same thing anyways. Last episode we basically went through a freaking lengthy conversation about some of the incubation place, or the freezing coma stasis machines that we saw in like infirmary, I think it was? No. It was, darn, what is it called? It was like a weird medical room sort of thing, but it's like a comastasis thing. We talked a lot about that, and then we dive deeply into Alice's background, but she kind of played coy and kind of like gave us weird background stuff that I think won't really play out until a lot later, I think, depending on what it is, or play out until a different path that we choose, I guess, that relates to her again. Yeah, and so then we come back, we find that Quark has been knocked out by a fever or something, and everyone else is like just worried about him, so we're visiting him in the infirmary after everyone returns to the main big room that we had in the last episode. So yeah, and also if I'm looking down on the phone, timer looking thing, I'm just looking at the time because I don't have a second monitor still, and the thing is, it's just I have to keep the time on myself. So anyways.
Oi, Quark! しっかりしろ!
Tenmyoji grabbed Quark's shoulder and began to shake him desperately. It was Clover who stopped him.
ちょっと何やってんのよ。クオークは病人なんだよ。安静にしておかないと悪化しちゃうかもしれないじゃん。
Yeah, I think shaking people when they're like unconscious is not a great idea, especially when you don't know what the condition is right now. Like their brain could be very like mushy mosh, and then it's like shaking that makes it even like rougher or something like that. But we don't know.
ではどうすればいいんじゃ?
It seems like Tenmyoji is very connected with Quark, like almost probably relatable, like entirely. I feel like.
どうすればクオークは助かる?
助かるってちょっと大げさすぎやしねえか。単に貧血を起こしてぶっ倒れただけかもしれねえだろ。
いや、そんなことはない。この子のことはわしが一番よく知っておる。
Oh, now he's gonna expose the fact that he knows him deeply or personally.
この子が貧血を起こして倒れたことなど今までに一度も。
I mean, he is young, so he should be pretty healthy, I guess. But then again, it might be because of where we're at that's causing this to happen.
じゃあ救急車でも呼んだらどうだ?
I'm trying to think what he just said. I don't know if he said call an ambulance, and plus we're in a freaking place where ambulance doesn't exist.
貴様、ふざけておるのか?
ここは医務室。一通り診療用の設備は整っているようだが。肝心のお医者さんがいないとどうにもならないよね。
We kind of do have a doctor, but it's not, like, I don't think Luna's a full doctor, though. Luna was mentioned to be a doctor or nurse or something like that. She has a medical degree, but we don't know what her occupation is in the medical field, it seems. Oh, right. Oh, Soka. Well, we've got Luna.
Luna?
Wait, what? Luna?
ほう、そういえばディオが言っておったな。ルナは医療関係の国家資格を持っておると。
Yeah, we don't know, but what her occupation is kind of a mystery to us, though.
本当なのか? Luna? まあ、一応。
では頼む。クオークを見てやってくれ。
This is like panic. I feel like Tenmyoji is very, very panicky about the fact that we're just like in this situation.
はい、わかりました。あそこに置いてあるの、多分小型の医療用スキャナーだと思うんです。正式名称はアダム。核磁気共鳴現象を利用した生体の自動診断解析装置で。
I don't know if we want to use this machine, if it sounds kind of scary looking. Nuclear magnetic resonance imaging? That sounds like a very, very complicatedly dangerous device. so that thing can tell us what's wrong with Quark?
はい、おそらく。
それでは早速だが、始めてもらうことにしよう。頼んだぞ、ルナ。
了解です。
Okay. So she just wants to get an imaging scan on Quark. Interesting that she's using it here in the sense. The whole process took only a few minutes. The machine scanned Quark's body, and within seconds his result lit up on the screen. Words too complicated for me to understand scrolled across it, and as she reads them, Luna's face grew dark. She bit her lip and just stood there for a moment looking down at Quark before she spoke.
わかりました。
Maybe one of the needles accidentally, injected part of the poison into his body, maybe? Like he's getting hit by the poison by accident?
大変申し上げにくいのですが、クオーク君は、とあるウイルスに感染しているようです。
What? I feel like this is, really random, though. A part of me just feels like it's so random to have a complication for a character without any real reason to how it happened, I guess. Viral infection. Usually a viral infection, I think, comes from, something in the being like a cold or something like that, I think.
ウイルス？
But I feel like in here it doesn't seem like that kind of place where you can just get it easily unless somebody in this group is actually immune and got the thing easily. Oh no. Don't tell me.
ええ、ラジカル6と呼ばれるウイルスです。
Oh, right. There was a thing in our archive, I think. Let me double check. Archive. Secret? Yeah, in one of our archive, it talks something about, a virus thing outside of the... Was it this one? Let me double check. Oh, no, that's not it. That is definitely not it. I don't know where we learned about the virus thing. Because they said that the one thing that was happening outside potentially is keeping away the problem outside, meaning that wow, there's a lot more rules. Okay. Mystery schematic, note about IG. No, that's not it. Yeah, there's nothing there. But anyways, yeah, because I remember there was a Radical 6 conversation or a something in one of the puzzle rooms or one of the stuff that we saw. Don't know how long ago or when. But Radical 6 was considered some of the deadly virus outside, and that they said that one of the theories of why we're in here is because the virus is out there, and we're the last remaining survivors who haven't gotten it, and so the virus is being spread around, and then suddenly we're now getting the virus ourselves. Maybe our group is being the test subject in this particular branch of the story, where the virus will slowly infect everyone, and everyone will slowly die from it, instead of getting poisoned by the thing. Have you heard of this virus? Radical 6, I mean.
ああ。天明寺とアリスには俺から話した。
Ah.
私とファイはルナから話を。
Oh. And I didn't get it. You and Luna were two of the first people to investigate the infirmary. Oh, it was... Yeah. The document came from the infirmary. Right. They must have seen the newspaper clipping that Quark found. Oh, Quark was the one who told us about it. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it was during the time when we were walking around in the existing places, and we talked to Kay and Quark, I think, when they introduced the topic of Radical 6, and that the theory that everyone outside has been infected and we're just the last remaining people who probably isn't infected, and we have to, I don't know, become this test subject of trying to be immune to it, I guess. It's weird. I'd stay behind after the AB game, and they all split up and gone into different rooms. It seemed like one way or another, everyone had heard about Radical 6.
そんな まさかクオークがあのウイルスに感染してしまったとは。
Honestly, the question is, how do people get it? Is it like through air, like polluting the air, or is it through injection? Like maybe Kay got him when he was like, I don't know, suddenly just getting stuff, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of weird to me at the moment. Something about the tone of his voice seemed strange. Why wasn't it possible? Had Tenmyoji know about Radical 6 before the rest of us?
教えてくれ。どうすればクオークは助かるんじゃ。
If he knew something, then he should probably have known what the cure is, but he's asking us about how we're gonna cure him.
アダムの解析結果によると、ラジカル6に効き目のある抗ウイルス薬、
Axeliver?
アクセラビルという薬を投与すれば治療できるようです。
Okay.
それじゃどこにある？
Where is it?
この医務室にはないのか？
俺たちが調べた時には見当たらなかったな。
お前の話は信用できん。
Wow, okay. I mean, I'm confused why Tenmyoji's, like, distrusting Dio in this
わしは
case.
ルナに聞いておるんじゃ。
Oof.
すみません。確かにディオさんの言った通りです。この部屋に抗ウイルス薬のようなものはありませんでした。
くー。では他の部屋はどうじゃ。シグマ、さっきお前たちが調べた部屋は。
No, nothing like medicine. I'm just trying to think about like how you would say no, like nothing like medicine. I would definitely think it's it, and then it's like kusori is medicine. I think kusori. It would be like nanimo kusori or something like that. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to guess on what the heck I would say in that case for that. I mean, it was just like a park. Lots of vegetation and stuff, but no medicine.
ケイ、お前たちは入った部屋に薬はなかったか？
私たちが訪れたのはバイオラボ。確かに薬品の類はたくさん保管されていましたが、抗ウイルス薬とおぼしきものはどこにも。
I mean, I kind of distrust Kay a little bit because I feel like Kay has been a little bit like a lot of the times Quark has been hanging around Kay, and I'm a little bit concerned that Kay has something to do with Quark's infection. I don't know. I just distrust Kay a little bit, but who knows?
なんということじゃ。それではクオークは。
He's going to die.
クオークは。
But how long does it take to just get somebody? How long does this infection take before they take the life? Look, just to be sure, the three of you went to the treatment center, right? And you're sure it wasn't there?
いいや。残念ながらそんなものはなかったよ。お前も見ただろ。
Did I? Oh, the comastasis, the treatment. I see. So the comastasis thing is called treatment center. Okay.
治療室とは言っても、主に治療用のポットが置いてあるだけで。
Maybe we should put Quark in the pod and make sure that he's frozen over so that it can reduce or slow down the Radical 6. Treatment pods. That's it. If we put Quark in one of those pods... For a moment, there was silence.
クオーク君。
What?
クオーク。
That looks scary though. Quark looks super duper scary considering how his eyes look dead a little bit.
よかった。
I think he's gonna collapse again, I bet. Or that he's gonna do something really bad and we're gonna have to deal with it.
気がついたんじゃな。
近寄らないで。
Huh?
何の真似じゃクオーク。
Oh no, don't tell me he's gonna do something bad to himself. I think Radical 6 is... Oh, I know what it is. I think Radical 6 is an infection that will cause the person who's infected to do radical things, because that's why they named it Radical 6. So then the radical infection would basically turn them into like an evil son of a gun and try to kill people or try to kill themselves on top of that. It's kind of similar to what was it? Well, actually, let's let it play out, and then if that's true, then it confirms what I think it is.
ごめんね、じいちゃん。
Huh?
僕にはどうしてもやらなきゃいけないことがあるんだ。
やらなきゃいけないこと？なんじゃそれは。
He's gonna commit suicide, I think. I don't like the idea of it, but it might happen.
決まってるじゃないか。ここから脱出するんだよ。
Huh?
どうやって？
こうやって。
No, is he really gonna do it? Quark's hand moved like lightning. He grabbed hold of a scalpel and was driving it straight toward his heart. Stop! Yamate! Oh, we're gonna restrain him? Yeah. I'm glad that Sigma literally restrained him right off the bat. You're pretty tough work, kid. Hey! Oi! Minas... Guys, I could use a hand here.
おお、了解だ。
わかりました。
私も手伝おう。
やめろ
Oh.
やめろって言ってんだろこの野郎
I think he's using every bit of strength he has so he can, like, eliminate himself because he feels that it's gonna affect him. He's gonna affect everyone else, and he doesn't want that either. It could possibly be that, though. Like, his last bit of energy is just to end himself so he doesn't have to spread the infection to everybody else, but... So it might be viral as in, like, it's just actually, like, in the air, and we just breathe his same air and we're gonna get infected too, slowly. Tenmyoji, what the hell are you doing? Get over here. Tenmyoji, can you even hear me?
ああ、わかった。
くそーくそーなんで邪魔するんだよ僕はここからこの肉体から脱出するんだ
This body? So he's just trying to make it seem like his soul wants to leave his body? That's so weird.
魂になって肉体を捨てればこの建物からも出ることができる
What the hell?
だからお願いだよ話してくれ死なせてくれ僕を殺してくれ誰か
I'm trying to think because I don't think he's saying kill me because well maybe he is but I don't know because I don't know if Dareka is that, but then again I might not know the term for that yet. I know Shine is to die, but I don't know if Dareka is a little bit of that similar thing. I might have to look it up a little bit. Sheesh, this kid's lost it. Oi, hey, somebody, get that scalpel away from him. Oh, good gracious. At least the scalpel's away so we don't have to get hurt. Good. Thanks, whoever that was. Quark... No, sorry. I was already going back to my own voice. Quark barely even seemed to notice the loss of the scalpel. He continues to scream and writhe like he was possessed. What are we going to do? We've got to calm him down somehow.
Luna! Hi! この部屋に鎮静剤は
Yeah, we would have to put him to sleep.
ありませんですが
It's unethical?
なんだ
マンドレインベータなら
Sorpearl Beta?
マンドレイン。
例の麻酔薬のことだよ
Oh.
タングルに仕込まれてる
Oh, it's the poison. Oh.
だったらそれで構わん
What?
撃て
なんじゃと？
The one in our bracelet?
大丈夫だ。ただの麻酔薬だよ。命に危険はない。
しかし、
いいから早く。撃つんだルナ。
はいわかりました。
Wow, she's moving fast. Wait, that sounds like a
準備完
gun.
了です。
That sounded like a gun sound. It's like... It's like so much like a gun almost. What the hell, the sound?
よし今だ。撃て。
やめろやめろ
And here I thought you said you wanted to die. Oh, okay. So it is kind of like a gun, but it's like a... Kind of like a injection gun sort of thing. Okay, so he's calmed down now. Sheesh, that was intense, though. Oh.
呼吸数、血圧、脈拍、脳波、いずれも正常。現在クオーク君は深い睡眠状態にあります。
Deep sleep indeed. Alright. I guess we're good for now.
麻酔が効いている時間はどれぐらい持ちそうなんだ？
おそらく数時間は目覚めることはないかと。
A few hours. I feel like that's a bad idea still nonetheless, because this guy could run around, and maybe this time he has a scalpel with him too, and then he's just gonna try to go and stop folks who would stop him from doing his own thing. That would really be weird though, but it makes sense kind of weirdly, because he thinks that they're gonna still stop him from doing whatever. But I don't know, anything could happen at this point, considering how crazy things have gone for Quark in general.
それにしてもすごいバカ力だったな。
But also, does this mean that he's removed from the game, the Nonary game, or is he just going to be held up like this for a while, I guess? That's the question.
多分ウイルスのせいだと思います。脳内の理性を司る部分が麻痺してしまったため、抑制が効かなくなってあんな怪力を。
なんでわかるんだよ。
それはその。
She probably was studying about it, I guess.
もしかしてお前ラジカル6のこと詳しく知ってるんじゃないのか？
Excuse me.
そんなわけないじゃないですか。
Please don't lie, Luna. We know you're not that type of person, but please don't lie.
この医務室で発見したあの新聞記事、あそこに書かれていたこと以外は何も知らないですよ。
Is that the truth?
嘘なんかついてどうするんですか。さっきのは他のウイルスの場合でも同じような症例が報告されているのでそう言っただけです。
ねえ、だったらさ、クォークが自殺しようとしたのもラジカル6のせいなの？
ええ、おそらくそうだと思います。
So what kind of virus is Radical 6? Wait, there's no person in frame. Does everyone know it and I don't? Really? Everyone's just like quiet because they don't know that they don't know about the Radical 6 themselves either.
お前何をしておるんじゃ。
I turned and followed Tenmyoji's gaze. Alice? No, don't tell me Alice is also infected, because she's also carrying the scalpel. She was the one who took the scalpel from him. There stood Alice, her hand wrapped tightly around the scalpel. She also did actually, Alice did actually just had not spoken since we entered the room. So that's very scary to me already. But then I realized that she hasn't been speaking all this time, that it's now come to fruition to the fact that we now realize she's actually doing something weird. Apparently, she had been the one to take it away from Quark. The longer I looked at her, however, the more I wondered if she'd taken it to protect him, or for some other, more sinister reason. She didn't seem stable. In fact, she looked far more like Quark had a moment ago than I was entirely comfortable with. Her eyes were flat and hollow. Her face was an emotionless mask. She was not well. Alice? Hey. Hey, are you feeling okay?
みんな死ぬんだ。
What the hell, dude? Alice is gonna go insane too? I don't think she's infected by the Radical 6. I think she just has desperation hope that just kind of clicks in her brain. Like, she immediately goes into, like, desperate mode, where she's just, like, she wants to deal with whatever it is, I guess. But, if we eliminate Alice and Quark, it effectively makes it a little bit more evened out, because we don't have enough people in this room to fit everybody through each door. So, like, if there's 3 doors, like we usually have it, then we would only be effectively being able to have 1 door, have 2 people go through only, without Quark. So if they eliminate Alice and Quark out of the equation for the moment's being, then the one person would have to follow the other 3 that might have to go through the door themselves.
どうせみんな死ぬのよ。
Huh?
間もなく起こるバイオテロで。
What the hell, Alice? Why does Alice just immediately becomes, like, all hope is lost kind of feeling? That's the weirdest thing, too. Like, there was no sign of this earlier, and then suddenly she just turns into it.
おい、何言ってんだよお前。
I'm just so weirded out by the fact that she just chooses to, like, lose hope right off the bat when we come into this room.
わからないの。人類は滅亡するって言ってるのよ。
Huh? We haven't even seen outside yet.
ウイルスがばらまかれて。
And how do you know?
大人も子供たちもみんな一人残らず死んでしまうの。だったらいっそこの場で。
Wow. I am thinking this is probably Radical 6 has gotten infected in her too, I think. Alice and Quark both got infected by Radical 6 already at this point, I think. And that's where we're at right now. Chotamate! Wait! Alice! Where's she running to? What? We were all too stunned to even try to restrain her. We just stood there as she spun around and leapt through the door. Damn it! I shook myself and took off after her. Is this gonna create a branching path, though? Like, where is the branching path coming from, I'm wondering? Flow? Yeah, we're getting closer to the branching path. We do have 1 set of doors left to go through before we hit either endings of this particular branch. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm wondering if this extra thing would be a novel or a puzzle or an escape thing. I still don't know yet, because there's no idea. I have no idea what the heck's gonna go down here, so. Anyways. But those few moments of hesitation had put too much distance and too much doors between us. Crap. Which way did she go? Right? Migi? Hidari? Left? I was still trying to decide when everyone poured out of... Wait. Sorry, I read that weirdly. I was still trying to decide when everyone else poured out of the infirmary.
見失ったのか。
Yeah. So... I don't know which way she went.
とにかく手分けして探そう。遠くへ行ってしまう前に早く。
I'm worried though, because if we split up, she could potentially attack one of us.
わかりました。
And effectively, basically, if she attacks one of us and then attacks herself because she felt guilty about it, then that means we effectively lost like 1/3 of our group already.
ただ、見つけたとしても大声を上げたりはするなよ。
Sure.
くれぐれも彼女を刺激しないように。わかったな。
Gotcha.
それから、念のため天明寺はクオークのことを見ててくれ。
I mean, Quark won't be active until a few hours, so...
アリスの捜索は他の6人で行う。
So we're effectively splitting up to 6 people, I think? No, we're splitting up to 5. No, we are splitting up to 6. Dio, Phi, me, Luna, Kay, and Clover. So it's like 6 people, yeah. So we're splitting 3 to 3.
それでいいな。
ああ、わかった。
よし。それでは捜索開始だ。3回。
Do we get to decide on who goes with us, or is it just split on its own, I guess? At Phi's command, we scattered, filtering off into different doors. As I ran, I thought, where should I look for Alice? Perhaps the lounge would be a good bet. Wait, really? We just decide to go to the lounge? But it makes sense though if it's the lounge, because it's the most soothing location, because it's where people relax at the best. Alright, cool. I will end it here after we've transitioned to whatever it is. No one here, huh? Alright. I'll end it here for now. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Legendary Minds. Hope you guys have a good, amazing day. Good night to one of watching this. Yeah, we're ending it at a good timing here, so I will probably most likely continue through here and see what's gonna happen. We don't know. I don't even know what's gonna happen with this scene either. I'm very wondering of like what they're gonna do with Alice and what they're gonna do with Quark, because right now there seems to be this like weird divisiveness that's happening, that's dividing the group up really quickly, and I'm not entirely sure if it's to dwindle the number down to make the choices for the next branch to be like a thing. I think that's what it is doing, is like it's trying to throw these characters into turmoil to make it have less choicing and just have it break down to the branch. I'm curious though if this plays out similarly to the rest of the other game branches. Like I'm wondering if they would do the same thing with these kind of ones. But I'm really not happy with that if that is the case, where they're all similar in that fashion or form. But if I'm going through this and it just basically this is just one version of this whole place, then that'd be cool too, because again this game likes to do like this weird parallel universe kind of thing going, where it forms itself as like a like you change the future kind of feeling, but also you're like trying to communicate to all these branches of versions of yourself in different scenarios. And I think this is definitely one of those things where it's like, what if this group is getting hit by a virus bullcrap thing, or what if this group has a psychopath who's actually in this group but we don't know, that becomes a thriller kind of thing, or what if somebody in here is actually like the actual Zero who has a plan to do something sinister that we have to deal with. Like I'm wondering what kind of other scenarios they put this game into. Although I do hate the fact that I landed in this one, I think this is a good way to kind of introduce the sort of like different style of what they're going to do with here, I think. Which I'm kind of curious about for the other branches. Anyways, next episode, let's go and follow after Alice. I don't know why I say race. Let's follow after Alice and then see what happens then. And then, yeah, we'll see what happens. Other than that, that's it for this episode. Roz, out.